Hey guys, it's Matthew here once again with the follow-up video for the Occultist Glacial Cascade, and I do apologize that it's kind of late. I got a bit carried away starting another character and then was a bit busy, and then yesterday when I was supposed to do it I overslept for the start of my stream for no reason. I didn't stay up late or anything, I'm just shit at my job. So anyway, we have the Glacial Cascade in Endgame, and it is the Occultist using an Eternity Shroud. And as you can see, single target can be pretty decent. We don't have full shaped gear, as I don't have either Void Batteries shaped. Still tried to keep it not giga expensive, and it's not a very big deal to have full shaped or not, because if you had both Void Batteries shaped as well, I would gain about 10% more damage overall. And that is because we still are very largely cold based, about 50-50 cold to chaos, and on top of that I do have some minus chaos res to enemies with the Occultist Ascendancy, so ignoring chaos resistances on enemies isn't the biggest deal. So getting full shaped doesn't really change too much. It only really starts to matter when you're going really heavy abuse with Eternity Shroud and doing things like full lightning into cold into fire with Call of the Brotherhoods, cold to fire gem, all that sort of stuff, and then using an Ascendancy that has no current chaos penetration or resist. So in this scenario it's still okay, but you can see that Glacial Cascade is putting in some pretty good work throughout things like Deeper Delve, up until real sort of content that's going to challenge you. You do have a very Orb of Storms playstyle. Run around, Orb of Storms, keep moving, but once things get tougher, you do have to start cascading and also using Vile Ice Nova, which is still an incredibly useful button to be pressing in this game. Even in Delirium, there's lots of stuff continuously spawning and spawning late, but regardless of that, you do still get lots of use out of Vile Ice Nova, and the build does end up freezing just about everything it can, as much as it possibly can, but the things that it can't freeze or slow with Temp Chains and Enfeeble does seem pretty noticeable if you come across that sort of stuff. So Kosis, for example, doesn't get too slowed. A lot of the big bosses don't get too slowed, but the things that do get pretty profusely slowed, and it does seem quite impactful to have your triple curse and chill setup going off, which does, like I said, feel a little bad that it falls short from time to time on certain things, but feels really good on lots of other content. So I have come across a few Kosises out in the wild, and it's not too bad a fight. Just got to position yourself appropriately. And you can see it does still get rather slowed. And then the single target against some of these bosses in just conventional content was more than respectable, and I don't think I pretty much died or had any trouble with regular content. It was mostly just late wave simulacrums and really beefed up maps. But most actual content in this game, except for that almost near death, is still pretty manageable by most regular builds, even self-casting ones that don't have huge amounts of defense. My defense is largely tied into the cursing setup, which if things are cursed, then you are pretty well guarded against them, but you still have to play the game a bit. Point is, self-cast can still maintain a really good exposure in this build. In this league. Just if you're not constantly engaging with the hardest of the hard stuff, because that stuff is unfriendly towards anything that stands still for greater than 0.2 of a second. But you can see a single target is pretty respectable. You can see that Glacial Cascade is not a bad skill at the moment, and Void Batteries are semi-worth building around in most Ascendancies that have a +1 power charge. So Occultist, Trickster, and Assassin are the ones I'd more be looking into for those. But otherwise, I don't know what else to say really. It's been an okay character. It's not one I really wanted to play for very long in the end game because of the whole self-casting sort of pitfalls. I had a lot of fun doing it, but then when push comes to shove, it doesn't feel terrific mapping against the really hard stuff. I'll leave you guys with the Cirrus 8 Awakener kill as always. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. How are Curses doing? Good or not? He gets a fair bit slower. Did I push him over, or did that happen? Like, I pushed him over, but did he go up because I just went out of the circle? That's what it feels like. Because I did push him over, but he was still, like, going. Fuck off, dude. Oh, looks like we pushed him. Yeah. Imagine doing the fucking mechanic, dude. Look, he's pushed over. He still gets a die beam in while pushed over? That's wrong. I disagree with that. Yep. Man, he teleported at the last fucking second there. I can't really tank those beams, can I? I don't regen enough if I don't have a flask up. I could tank them if I had flasks up, I think. I don't think the next phase is going to be good to me at all. Don't kill him fast enough. Why resist? Ugh. Dude. I'm going deep. I forgot to pop Arcane Surge before I went in there. He turned an awful lot. I thought I'd be fine just standing there. That was pretty clean, man. You know why? Because we're fucking ranged. If I had to be on top of him the entire time, it would have been so much harder. Not being melee really does pay off. I noticed so many times I was just like, oh gee, I totally couldn't have done anything if he was, you know, if I was melee at this point. I noticed that a lot. Yeah, perfect crown. Nice.